Oh, they have Apex.
I think. Oh yeah, that's.
They've been talking about this on my podcasts lately about
What do I do with it?
about ads.
Do
Oh,
I
I
just
have no
scan it?
idea.
I honestly just needed an energy drink because
Well, I guess they
I
were
was, like,
saying,
coffeeed
you
out.
know, back in the day it was specific games like Halo, you know, or Call of Duty, and he was saying he doesn't see them anymore. All he sees is Game Pass or, you know, this service.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting that that's actually a
specific
Apex
game.
one, yeah.
Yeah, an Apex Legends Monster Energy.
It's a skin probably, huh? Yeah, it's probably that green
Maybe.
skin.
It's always something gaudy that looks terrible. Dude, the monster skins in any game are almost always god awful, tacky, and terrible.
Yeah.
I think there was one game where they were kind of cool, and I don't think it was the Mad Max game. My phone's not even letting me pick it up. My phone's like, dude, you don't want
even
Monster
need this,
to know
bro.
you're drinking them.
You don't need this.
You don't. Good phone.
I'm saving you. Good phone. Who's a good phone?
Hey, so how come this?
Oh, I didn't do the thing again?
No. It's recording fine,
Oh,
but that thing's not there.
yeah.
Oh, weird.
What is that?
It's like a selection thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's the deal with this app, but now that it's there, I'm just gonna make it like 17 hours, like always. You know what I mean? Just so like we don't have to worry about it repeating tracks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not compiling like a 6-hour episode, is it?
I don't know.
Like we're both like just
I'm
realizing
so
right now
confused
that like
what this is.
it's like, dude, you're
doing.
releasing 17-hour episodes just because you're extending that thing too far. It's like, wait.
Every episode.
No, okay.
Every episode is just a continuation. We have
That's
like
so funny.
This is the longest running podcast in the entire world. Episode 33.
They have the most continuous hours.
Hour 9 million or
Sure,
something.
2 seasons worth of content is just them sleeping and leaving the camera running.
I thought about that, like a Twitch channel that just runs 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Like,
You know,
like fully.
Why not?
They used to have those like Big Brother style cam rooms where you're like I should start recording it. Might as well do it now. They used to have that and probably still do. And it was always like an ad to like some chat type website that wasn't porn.
But it was
basically like voyeurism.
Yeah.
It's like watch these people live, you know, and it's like 5 people.
I want to say I think I remember that.
That era of the internet. I think that era of the internet still exists.
Oh yeah, I bet there's chicks out there who just sell their
chicks, bro.
Their camera, you know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh, I like walking around nude. Give me $20 a month and you can watch me walk around nude."
Yeah, and then they just have like a very small
like they got like
dudes,
30 dudes who just follow them, and that's enough money that they have. Maybe they have some office job that they work remote in or something too.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty tight sounding now that I think about it.
Right?
I wish I could have some dudes.
I know.
Just pay to watch me live.
I wish I was a hot chick.
And they're like, and you're like, dude, I'm not into. Sorry, I don't want to offend you, but I'm not into gay shit. I don't want to. No. We just want to watch. It's like you're into that because there are people that.
Yeah.
I think I said this story on the podcast, but I had a friend who I asked him like 3 months into a gig. I was like, so how's it going at the he was doing some kind of home service like cleaner butler gig, you know?
Sure,
he was like, yeah, there's these 2 great dudes.
You contact our app and we'll send you a butler type deal.
Yeah, but it was like I think I don't know how he got the job. He said it was through friends, if I remember correctly.
Man.
But I remember him driving, and he's just like, hey, how's that job going with it? He's like, I don't work for them anymore. I stopped going there. And I was like, what happened, dude? And he's like, well, after a few weeks, they like got more and more comfortable with me, and then they started paying me to clean the house naked. And I was like, started paying you to clean, like the way I remember the way he phrased it. I was like, okay, so he did it uncomfortably,
yeah,
for like 2 times or 3 or whatever, and then it like I'm sure got weirder, you know. And I was thinking about it, around that time I was working for my dad, and this guy would come to the store, a really old gentleman and his wife, and he asked me to help write his biography, and I signed an NDA and everything, but the guy was interesting, but his wife would leave, this old lady would leave, and after a few weeks, he would say shit like, "Please sit down, make yourself comfortable, take off your shoes, please, take your shirt off." And it just be like,
what?
"Oh no, I'm fine. Here's the record. I have the tape recorder here somewhere. I have our recordings."
Like him saying that?
I don't know. I have to have.
That's weird.
I have to have because I think I got pretty comfortable at like being like documentarian style of like recording as soon as we met up. But I had to. I just remember being like, you know what, man?
That's
I
weird.
didn't negotiate a good price. I told him what I was making at the store, so he's like, "Oh, I'll pay you that, so you're not missing those hours." I should have asked for way more.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Mickey,
what I
go
was
lay down.
thinking. Like that's
lay down.
like when you have that much money that it makes you weird.
Go lay down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Jeffrey Epstein. That's literally what it was.
I think he was weird.
Those people had enough money and they were bored and they were like, "Well, what's some weird shit we could do just because we have money?" And it's like,
Do you think,
I bet I could fuck a little kid.
Dude,
It's like, no, you couldn't.
I don't think it's like that.
No? I mean, like the first one. Like before the club started or whatever.
Do you think he got all that money and then started doing that shit?
You think he got the money from doing it?
No, I think he was already doing that stuff and just so incidentally got his money through other ways.
I think it was the
Dude,
money.
you don't think he was a 16-year-old creep, 18-year-old creep, 20-year-old creep? And
I think he was a creep, but not to the extent that he ended up.
I don't think pedophiles start being pedophiles once they have a bunch of money. Because then you'd have very few pedophiles. You have such an innocent view of the world.
I know.
You have such an innocent... This guy, he probably came from money also, which is probably why he made so much money. It's usually the case. You know what I mean? And also, there's all that shit about him blackmailing people.
Well, see, that's the other thing I was thinking is that also part of the kid sex was, well, I have you fucking a kid, so...
Now this contract's going to go through the...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
I want to start this here, I want to get a real estate thing here, and you're blah, 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 blah. I don't know who the fuck he was entrenched with.
Yeah, I don't even know what he did other than the kid fucking in the island.
Because you can't get every celebrity that's got a picture with him.
Oh,
they do that.
sure.
They do that with politicians. Like they'll have like a politician shaking a KKK member's hand.
Yeah.
It's like, how is he supposed to know?
Yeah,
Maybe he does.
He wasn't wearing the fucking hood.
Maybe he does, but this is just a public event.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, if you're any person and you're
Yeah.
connected to some people, they're like, dude, this guy's got an island. Fucking, there's a 4-day long fuck party.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And you're going there, and there are adults probably doing adult shit.
Yeah.
And then there's like that secret tier.
Extra
where it's
special
like,
VIP.
This is where all the sickos.
Yeah. For sure. I'm sure that's exactly what it was. Like, he just threw parties, and that's why he has pictures with everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was just, oh, hey, come take a picture with the host. Okay, I'll meet the host. Hey, how's it going?
Camera
Thanks
ready,
for the party.
always aware.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Someone mentioned something about Epstein in particular, how it always looked like he was aware of the cameras.
Oh, I'm sure it was
someone,
his people.
Someone, I think in one of the comments was saying he's got people.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
photograph.
his people doing it. Because, I mean, that's... When your whole thing is, I do parties, and I'm the dude that people go to when they need the parties, all you need then is, look, I've met this person, like, you can trust me, because I've met these rich and powerful, like you know? That's really all it was his clout, saying, look, I interact with these. That's so weird, man. I don't know, I hope it's the way I think. I hope it's
way more innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice, but unfortunately, I don't see it being too much that way. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I was like,
oh, you're fine.
I thought I had another little like tarp or fabric to lay over there just to kind of clean up the image if I do edit this stuff. If not, it'll just be funny to see like a little bit of real. Great first or second episode idea to start talking about Jeffrey Epstein once we're on camera,
right? I mean, at least you can see that we're not like. I don't know, on his side, I guess.
Dude, who the fuck would be?
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people.
I mean,
why do you think he died?
Yeah.
I guess those people weren't on his side.
I mean, not then and there. Like, it's got to be so weird being in this, like, relationship where everyone involved's got shit on the other person, and they're just hoping this straw house doesn't...
Yeah.
Have
you heard that Succession show? the family who's like trying to be the president of this big company. I'm on like the fourth episode, but that's basically what that whole show is. Like,
everyone's trying to
we're family, you're my brother, but I have that one thing on you, so when you get this thing, you better give me this thing too, or else I'm gonna release it. And it's like, I know, dude, you don't have to keep bringing it up. Like, so you fucking say it all the time.
I love it and hate it.
And it's just like, oh, this is a weird world that I don't think I like. I don't know, like that person who just won the $2 billion or whatever.
Someone just won $2 billion?
Yeah, $1.9 billion in the lotto.
Oh, one person won it?
One person won it.
That's insane.
That's super insane.
In the United States? Where are they?
San Diego.
No shit.
Yeah, I think it's just up north. I don't remember exactly where, but of course they didn't come forward. Why would they? I sure as fuck wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm lawyering up. I'm getting a financial like I'm Merrill Lynch out the ass. Whatever the
not
top
crypto.
people. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Dude. How much? Do you know anyone that's lost on crypto?
Lost? Not yet. My girlfriend might be getting mixed up in that FTX scandal.
She got into the FTX.
She luckily didn't have any FTX, but the
coins that she used,
the coin wallet app thing that she used to buy her coins, apparently got like a couple $1 billion from them a few years ago, and so people are like, well, wait, are they owned by them because they gave them a shit ton of money? And then as soon as this stuff started happening, she got an email saying, hey, you can't pull any funds and you can't put any funds in until we figure this out.
Dude.
So she's like freaking out, and I'm like, well, at least it's only like $4,000 or something, like it's.
But
like,
how much did she put in?
I think she only put in like maybe $1,700, so she's made a good amount.
Until right now she's out $1,700 until she can get that
potentially, yeah,
dude. Yeah, because I was hearing about those like, there's different versions of the coins, and then there's different ancillary corporations. They're like, oh, we'll manage the coin for you, but we're not actually producing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these companies apparently they do the Ponzi scheme, and then they're like, oh shit, they'll accept our coin in their Ponzi scheme. That 10% return sounds awesome. It's like, wait, that's the same lie you're giving the other people.
Yeah.
So you're like thinking that they're gonna pay. It's like, no, but I'll get my money back first.
Yeah.
Everyone just thinks that they're pulling one over. Oh my god.
It's how that FTX, they had $9 billion in debts with only $900 million in like actual available stuff.
Because they spent
because that's what they did. They just kept dumping their shit into new shit and hoping that was be the shit, and then
that's insane. So not only did they spend money and do the criminal aspect, they reinvested it in other coin that lost value substantially. They probably have some fucking Bored Ape NFT.
Dude, it gets worse too. Like, did you hear that after all this shit came out and the coin basically crashed, they locked out like all the accounts or whatever and started siphoning off everyone's coins into like dummy accounts basically, and they stole like hundreds of millions of dollars.
The FTX people themselves?
Yeah, the dude who's in the Bahamas now, him and his girlfriend apparently did it, and like maybe a few of their lead techs or something.
The Sam Fried guy?
Yeah, Sam, what is it? Sam
Bankman-Fried?
Yeah, something weird like that, yeah. Man.
So they're in the Bahamas right now?
They're in the Bahamas chilling, and they siphoned off a bunch of money, and then apparently the mobile app got hacked.
Oh, that always happens.
And was updated with this hack, and it was basically giving full root access to people's phones, and they were stealing banks from people. Yeah. So it turned into
so their app wasn't even a.
It wasn't.
It was intended to.
No. Supposedly they actually.
No. But that happens every time.
Yeah.
Every time there's I saw another comment kind of talking about this, but it's basically the CEO or the head guys pull some scams. The people get their money out first because they can over everyone else's locked account.
Because they see it. Yeah.
And then a hacker always makes a way. Like the Mount Vox or Mount.
Yeah. That one supposedly was a hack, but this one they pulled coins and wallets that they had control of, but then supposedly what the hackers did is got root access to everyone, not everyone, but people who updated the app's phone and could actually steal legit
info.
bank account.
It's all tied there.
Not just your coins, but your actual bank account. Like, people were having, like, money siphoned out of their bank accounts even, which is insane.
Goddamn hilarious.
So, unfortunately, my girl might lose, like, $4,000, but I told her, hey, it's better than some people who may have life savings in there, like kill yourself money.
And she's thankfully in a position fairly recently where she can recover financially from that misstep.
We will be totally fine.
Oh, how's it going with you on your potential?
So I got my final offer yesterday.
Okay.
Not quite what I wanted, but still
congratulations.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna be doing so good.
Way to go, dude.
Yeah. What was it like?
Queen, are you happy for him? Okay.
Thanks.
Tell in the eyes.
Like an $18,000 increase.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. What's that from?
90 or from 77 to 93, I think.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's 8 more than what you were told by your coworker. Yeah. Did you tell her?
Well, so she got 85, then they called her again and bumped it up to 90. Which I was kind of bummed about, because I was like, oh, but she's not even a tech, but you know what, she deserves, that's fine.
Oh, you shouldn't be bummed because someone else is...
No, yeah, right, but it was still like, but I'm a tech, like, I run a site, she doesn't, like, I should get more money, and that's kind of what made me go for more. And I was going to settle with 90. I was like, I really wanted that 95, like, it was an arbitrary number, but it was just like, that would have been cool just to have. And I was literally, like, ready to text them that evening, like, yeah, okay, that's fine, I'll accept it. And then I was talking, because we had a potluck over at 32nd Street with all the local...
32nd Street here?
Yeah, the base.
Oh, okay, there's 32nd Street.
So that's our main headquarters for us.
Because we're off 30th, so that's what I was thinking, like, way over...
No, down by Westside. And,
stop saying these words.
Sorry.
Westside.
it's just because there's two bases. There's the
side
non-base side, and then the water side.
The water side is wet side?
And then the one right up the street is dry side, because there's no docks there. So anyway, sorry, I thought that was more known around here.
No, man, I'm a dumb land
lubber.
Land lubber. It's lubber, right?
It's lubber,
dude.
I wonder if that meant lover back in the day. Yeah, that's what I always thought too.
Yeah, just some hammered dude, fucking landlubbers. You fucking landlubbers, fucking landlubbers.
And then they were like, "Oh, that's a cool pirate word, lubber." I'm a fucking lubber, man. Yeah,
I feel like a lover. Yeah, like when you mishear something and then you take that. It's like, for all pretensive purposes. And then you just keep on, and everyone's like, nope, that's not it. Come back. Let's circle back.
Purpose.
I love him to death. My buddy John used to, when he did Smart Talk, and I noticed people that do Smart Talk sometimes do this. They like, sometimes like, they're... Their teeth kind of like
because they know they're
forward facing. So the thing I was thinking
it's
like this weird. It's not that character.
No, but it's almost.
But it's like, so the thing is about the proteins is I don't know what the fuck it is.
Basically that character. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Have you noticed it in people though? Have you noticed it in people? So I remember he was like very toothy in his talk, and I forgot what he was saying, and I know he was wrong. I know in this case my nerdy ass was like, nah, man, that's not the science on whatever you're talking. Like, whatever it was. And then the thing that sealed the deal was like, I mean, and for all pretensive purposes, you could use, and I was like, focus on that, ignore the rest of the thing. He's already wrong. Yeah. If he's using that, and that's not in, I'm not even gonna say the right thing. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't know the right one, I want you to be better.
Incense and porpoises.
Pretense and courses. Oh man.
But yeah, so I was literally ready to settle. And, of course we were all talking about it because we were all getting ready to get paid because our company before did not pay us at all. And so we were all stoked and we're like, oh man, did you get a good offer? Oh yeah, I got a good offer. And he looks at me, he's like, did you get your offer yet? I was like, yeah, I got one on it. I don't know yet. He's like, I got mine. I was like, are you good with it? He goes, yeah. Like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, you want to talk about it? Yeah, if you want to. So we went down to the server room to look at something. I was like, so what is yours? Okay. This is the guy I trained.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy that replaced me.
At the other gig.
At 32nd Street.
Yeah.
Okay. So now imagine if I had stayed. You ready what he was given? Not even asked for. Was given. 110. He's not even leading. He's one of 6 people there. Making 110.
And he's with the other company?
No.
He's with
my new company, yeah. And they just gave him 110. And I was like, as soon as he said that, I went, wait, what? Like, then I should be worth way more than 90. Like, I get that you guys have 2 to 3 times more of the computers than I do, but you also have 5 times the personnel. You have someone who just does accounts.
Yeah.
And 5 techs.
You're like a Swiss Army.
I am all of you in one. Granted, it's not.
You're already thinking you're better than them.
Well, I mean, right? But I'm like, what the fuck? I trained this guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's got a degree, but it's not in tech. It's in Chinese history. Like, what the fuck? So I go back and we need to talk. Like
to the other person.
I'm like, hey, look, maybe we need to have a conversation. Like, I'm not sure if you're getting.
And is this the same day? Like at the same hangout while you're talking to the
No. This was the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was the next day. It was the next day. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because I got that offer that morning and was sitting on it, I was like, I'll probably accept it. And then he tells me that, and I'm like, what? There's no way they can't throw more at me then. If they threw 110 at you, there's no way 90 is my cap. Like, what? So I had a conversation with the lady about everything I do there. You know, I literally was like, I name dropped him. I was like, hey, so, when I first started, it was just 3 of us, and then he came in and I trained him up over, so many months, literally saying like, hey, that dude you guys think is hot shit. I'm the one who fucking trained
I heated that shit for you.
Yeah, literally. Like, I made the fucking skillet that cooks your eggs, bitch, Damn. So I laid all that out. Like, I didn't want to throw him under the bus.
Is this how you talk during sex? Is this your sex talk? When you're like vulgar? I don't really hear you be vulgar and say like, shit like that. It's like, that's right, I fried your skillet, you stupid bitch. Yeah, who brought the bacon? Who brought the bacon? Justin, I brought the bacon. I'm Justin.
I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to fucking do. But yeah, so I laid it all out. I even made like a joke about my kids. Yeah. Like how, and I've got 2 kids, and I swear my oldest has a tapeworm. Because legitimately, like the last couple weeks, Garrett's eaten 2 burgers, 6 nuggets, and fries.
All those calories are being used to form a human brain.
Right? And still, like, no, I'm talking like less than an hour later. I'm hungry, Dad.
Dude, you have giant genes.
Shut the fuck up, man. You just ate more than I've ever eaten in my life.
Your kids are going to be able to buy you alcohol and cigarettes in 4 years.
It's sick. So I told her that joke, kind of add some personal, like, hey, I'm a person. Help me, I have kids,
Dude, she's probably heard them all.
I'm sure she has, dude.
She's probably heard
like,
them all.
I was talking to someone else, and they were like, oh, yeah, I was talking to the recruiter, and she made
Whatever
some mistake.
Whatever you do, don't talk about your kids. She's had 7 miscarriages.
And she said something about, he made a mistake, and they apologized, because they were like, I'm so sorry, you're literally my 23rd call about this exact thing, like... You guys are just blending together. I'm so sorry. And they were like, oh my God, no, you're totally... Like, I was just correcting you, that's all, But they were apparently super stressed because it got dropped on them too, so... But yeah, so I'm set. 93 is unfucking believable. Like...
That's pretty dope.
It's, as much as I wanted that 95, I think that scary 10-minute phone call was totally worth getting an extra $3,000.
Yeah,
right.
Holy shit!
Like that's all I had to do is make a scary phone call and do the thing I hate doing, which is sell myself.
And it was just, that is the hardest thing.
I hate it.
That's what I'm trying to do. My friend was like, "Do you have a Patreon yet?" And I was like, "Nah." It was like, I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "So people could."
Because I mean, who knows? We might have one viewer who's like, "I got $5 I'll throw at them."
And then I was like, "Nah." I mean, who'd want to know? He's like, "You won't know until you sign up, huh?" And I was like. Yep. I mean, shit, the D&D podcast has a Patreon. Like,
see? And you probably have subscribers, too,
why
right?
not?
Exactly.
So I think I'll launch it when this goes
Yeah, man. I mean, do like
By the way, this second episode of Season 2 should be on YouTube if you want to see what we try to do. Oh, look at that chaunch. I don't know if that's a chaunch or not. You've been eating good. That looks like a separate part of your body.
There we go. I tucked it.
That looked like...
I mean, it's been there for 20-something years,
But the way you separated it.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. I know.
Put that away.
I did.
Put that away, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's good food right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man, speaking of good food, I've had 2 Thanksgiving potlucks this week.
Damn.
Yeah,
one. Thanksgiving?
It's next week.
It's Thursday,
Next Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I was like...
A week from today, actually. Yeah, today's Thursday.
I
to,
gotta
to
text my
totally
mom,
break
see if
when this
we're doing
comes
this.
out. Yeah.
What was the best
They were
thing
both.
you ate?
They were both fine.
Well, not to compare them, but I mean, like, what's like a dish that you're like, I gotta have that again?
I mean, just mashed potato. I'm not a big food person. I've learned. Like, people keep telling me I'm picky.
Yes, you are.
I
You
like
just
to
grabbed-
eat what
you
I
just grabbed
like.
your gut and shook it at me.
I like ice cream.
Your gut, you held your gut like a fanny pack, and you're telling me you're not a food guy. You're a liar,
I mean,
guy.
that's true. I did. So at this one, they had a whole the food and then a bunch of dessert, and I went back and got a whole separate plate for dessert.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
but like when I went, I got turkey, ham, mashed potatoes,
Yes.
some gravy.
Yes.
And I think that was really it.
Sounds
then they
fun.
had like some I don't remember which one's panza and which one's lupia.
Oh, pancit is PANCIT.
Yeah.
I think
Is that
the noodles?
That's okay. So then I had lumpia because they always
the
have
fried
lumpia.
egg roll
Yeah.
type.
So I had one of those. It was all okay.
Yeah.
Supposedly there was a macaroni salad that was really good.
I can't do mac salads.
No, why not?
They're cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. My stepmom used to think it was weird that I'd microwave. She'd make these
That
like
is super weird. 'Cause it's got,
multicolored
like,
mac salad
mayo
thing
and shit in it, and egg.
Because I just would heat it up just to because
Weird.
I was like, it's supposed to taste like pasta or something. It tasted gross cold to me.
That's interesting.
But I don't like coleslaw.
Oh,
I don't enjoy
yeah.
unless it's like smushed between a fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah, that's the only way I like it too.
That's one of the recipes I'm gonna try to tackle. Probably at the end of this month. So my friend Erica got a gig at Carbon in South Park.
Yeah, you were
And it's
telling
like
me.
this
Yeah.
barbecue
She's like the head chef now, right?
And she gets off around 8:30, and I've been practicing cooking, not even to get a job,
Yeah.
just like for myself anyway.
Yeah.
So
And to get a girl,
one
yeah.
of the things and to tie into that to yesterday. So I've been making like a lot of like just experimental meals, and we had seared ahi straight the other day.
Yeah,
Some
wow,
sushi.
nice.
And one of the things I want to try was I saw the recipe, Kenji Lopez Alt on YouTube, and they use the pickle brine from a jalapeno.
Oh,
Like pickled jalapenos. Rest it for an hour.
Yeah.
Then use like a self-rising flour, the stuff that has like already salt and whatever in there. Batter it so it's like fully smothered, every pocket, every nook and cranny. Fry that, and you have like a Chick-fil-A quality or better.
That's what I was literally about to say. Is that's a spicy Chick-fil-A? Because
spicy Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is just pickle juice.
Yeah.
So you're about to have a great sandwich.
Yeah. So I gotta wait for this week's groceries to go out, and then I'm gonna get some of those and try them out on my friend.
Do you have pickled jalapenos? Is that
No,
a
but
thing
at the
you
store.
buy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the store they have them like right next to the pickles.
Oh.
They're all there, next to pepperoncinis and all that.
Are they hotter?
That's sweeter.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if they're all maybe the ones I got, but even though the one that Pete Seafood, they do a fish sandwich or fried fish sandwich. Sorry, that Monster Energy drink is definitely, you can hear it hitting. I'm like that. But the peppers on that are also kind of got a sweeter flavor. I don't know if the vinegar does that.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
But yesterday, I had a date that was postponed last week, and it was like, hey, let's hang out.
So is this that chick you mentioned last time that you're kind of
hang out,
used to be fuck buddies, and then you kind of stopped and she came back or something?
We hang out, and yeah, it's like one of those type of things. And yesterday went fine, and I cooked some carne asada.
Nice.
And she was like, if it sucks, I'm gonna tell you. Like, she's not a dick. She's not a dick, but she's like kind of funny. Like, hey, and also if it sucks, we're going to get Chinese food because I want to eat.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I wasn't sure how she was like, feeling it. If it was, because it was my first time talking like since I got sick, so probably like a year.
Sure.
2 years probably. And I was like trying to feel it out. I don't want to come on too strong.
Yeah.
And then she's like just said something about like, I told my sister asked about the date, and I was like, oh, you're just gonna make some food. I was like, all right, cool, it's a date for sure. It's a date. It's not just like her being like. I kept on like, I'm so insecure. I kept on waiting like a boyfriend to pop out of the living room, like the bedroom, like 4 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I know it didn't happen. I
knew this was happening. Damn it.
Yeah, but like I knew I was good, and I didn't have to worry when she got. She was like, I'm gonna get tequila, which leads to that.
Nice.
And we're gonna hang out hopefully soon. She said she's already talking about next date, and she's like, next time I'm gonna cook for you. And I was like,
That's awesome, dude.
But it's a lot of fun.
Food and sex.
It's a lot of fun breaking that rhythm or whatever
Rhythm?
of not getting
the dry spell. I think
dry
is what they call
spell
it.
or breaking into that rhythm. But now I'm
yeah,
like,
there you go.
I didn't want to do it because now I know it creates work, and I'm just so lazy. Because now I want to fuck every woman.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I already did before, but I held it in, and I was like. But then yesterday I was like, fuck. I mean, like I was like, I mean, like if we do it early, then I can go to this comedy show, and then if I'm funny there, I'll have sex with the whore. Like I was already thinking, like I'll just fuck everything now.
Do they have names for those? Like you know how like
chuckle fuckers?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good one. Chuckle
I was thinking of one the other day that I thought was funny. There's throat goat, which is one I like.
Well, that one's just
joke goat.
Oh, okay, that's a good joke goat.
Or a joke throat.
I like joke goat better.
But the joke goat doesn't really. Yeah. Chuckle fucker is just a good standard. Because that one
you have to know about the throat goat in order to get
exactly.
it. Yeah.
And then it becomes like Cockney.
Yeah, right.
You know? You gotta give me the honey. Bees. Oh, wait. Yeah, bees, honey equals money. Something stupid like that.
There should be like.
I'll knock you in your loaf. Loaf of bread rhymes with head. It's stupid shit like that, but it is like. Unless my white non-British friends lied to me.
What the fuck?
Who would lie to me?
You just went through like this crazy like
bad with lighting. Sorry, everybody.
Oh man, that didn't even come on, Sal.
Oh, I like
how you turned it on and sat it down like it did.
What I should say? I'm bad with lighting, and then I was bad with lighting.
So what about like a silly slut?
Silly slut. Yeah.
Sardonic
slut.
Ooh, that's a good one. What's a good one that rhymes with whore?
Whore you adore. Whore to adore. Adoration. Whore.
Where did you come from? Oh, he wants on the bed. He's looking so confused.
Do you? You want Murdoch? You can get up there.
Go on.
The Queen's pillows up there.
Oh,
doesn't need right there. Up there, buddy. Go. Good job. There we go. Animation ain't gonna be fucking shit. Throat goat. I think we're done. I can't think of any.
Have you heard from the guy about the thing?
The comedy thing?
Yeah.
No. I texted him 5 days ago. I got my car fixed. Did I?
Yeah, you mentioned that
last time.
Yeah.
I got my car fixed and I texted him. So it was like Thursday.
You still haven't heard?
Nope. And I have 3 numbers from him.
Oh right, yeah, you were telling me. Okay. So that might not even be the right number, which could make sense since you haven't even heard from him.
He is gonna make it as a comedian for sure because he lives the most comic fly-by-wire life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how it is now, but when I first met him, he was cashing all his paychecks and converting them into 7-Eleven debit cards.
Why?
Because that was a way to not keep shit in the bank and to keep shit on him. And so whatever, like, I guess 7-Eleven has either debit cards or Visa cards. I don't know exactly, but he'd convert them immediately.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And then
what a way to live. I bet they make millions off of stuff like that because he doesn't use every single cent on every single card.
Or like Money Tree and those like check cashing advancement places.
Oh yeah, those for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean like just the fact that, say he gets 20 cards a year, he probably clears out maybe half of them.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he cleared them out.
All of them?
Well, I think it's one card you could just add to.
Oh, okay.
Like
if he's refilling,
like a chargeable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this was years ago. I don't know how he does it now, but he's also moved multiple times.
Wow.
Like, I just got to catch him when I catch him, and I haven't been like catching him at shows. I haven't run into him, so he's either out of town.
What you should do? You should do your own tour.
I was thinking about maybe seeing. I almost said Vince. That's my buddy Vince D'Amico, who's funny as fuck. About to release an LP.
Oh, cool.
Clint. I was thinking of maybe getting something with Clint because he's got good jokes and they do bookings. And it's like, why not just use that cachet and just be like calling other places and be like, hey, we run this show, can we book a tour? And not say that the tour involves one of the CEOs of the, you know what I mean? The problem is like coming up with a pay structure. Because if it's a bar that doesn't regularly have shows, your first show there, like they're gonna want to do typically like a trial, right? Like, let's see how it works out. And you're like, dude, you're in Nebraska. I'm just trying to get like a percentage on drinks so we can cover the night and then fucking go to the next spot. It sounds like a logistical nightmare to begin with, which is why it was nice to have Josh's dude.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean, he might be able to just, if I want to talk to him again, get me in contact with his guy, and then I'll join another one. Fuck it, give me that dude.
Yeah.
But
well, I wish you would.
Yeah, I was really excited for that. I was nervous too.
Well, of course.
But the big worry was like I don't have any money, and I have to have the car.
Yeah.
Like functional,
yeah.
And if it was at the beginning of the month, it would have been like at least I'll gamble, come back at the 15th, whatever, and then
see what happens,
and then fucking that gives me 15 days.
To
catch up or whatever.
Yeah.
But that guaranteed $100 a day sounded pretty sweet. So I was like, dude, if I get half of that after all said's done, bills and shit like that. Yeah, and I'm getting bummed talking about it now.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I'm so excited.
Like I want to shoot him a text now. Like
tell him, hey, we're live.
Yeah.
Respond.
Oh yeah, and he also supposedly wanted to do a podcast with some other comics.
That would be
Are
cool.
you on coke?
On the road.
Are you on coke just giving ideas?
Is that what they do?
That's like a big joke about like coke people.
They just come up with
like they're always like, I know a guy for this. Ideas? I got a guy for this. I got a dude for this. Blah blah blah.
Oh
blah.
really? Is that cokeheads? Because
dude, have you ever been? You never really go out like late night party vibe. Yeah, dude. The conversations are like, oh, I know a guy for this. Last coke guy was my friend Erica's last place. Dude came to visit, and he's like, oh, dude, give me your number. What's Discord? Oh, cool. Let me set up for Discord. I just added you to Discord. Like everything, and I was like, oh, we just play games and shoot the shit. What else do you guys do? And I was like, oh, I do eBay. Like, oh, you guys go thrifting? Like the guy was like super into.
He wanted to do everything.
Yeah, and I know for a fact they were doing coke because they all do coke.
Oh, sure.
Not all, actually, not everyone there was doing coke. But it's so funny because my friends that I hang out with, they just do coke and they're just themselves. Like sometimes they're like, yeah, whatever, blah 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 blah. I can get a drink, blah blah blah. But they're not like stereotypically blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for the most part they just do it to like stay up another 20 minutes. But some people are just like,
is that really all it lasts is 20 minutes?
Well, I think it's just kind of like how dabs knock some people out, and then like if I'm acclimated to it,
yeah,
I think it's more like and I don't think that's something I've ever wanted to get comfortable.
No, right?
With coke. Yeah.
No, yeah. So the closest I've ever been to it was friends throwing parties, and like he owned his own townhouse, so it was a whole different story, And they were like, yeah, these chicks, we don't even know who the fuck invited them, but they were in the bathroom for way too long, and people were having to pee and shit, and that's like the primary one. So I went in there, and they're fucking doing lines off the top of the toilet. In a stranger's house. So he's like, I fucking kicked him out. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing lines on top of a toilet at a stranger's
That's the place
party?
to do it. Dude,
yeah.
One of my friends, we went to this dinner downtown, Christmas time, and it's kind of, I don't know what the deal was. I think it was like an industry night. It was Lion's Share or whatever. It's like cool ass restaurant where everything's hip, and they brought like a big old platter of like multiple meats and alligator and some pâtés and fucking rare.
What is the pâté? That's just mushed up stuff.
It's
right?
like it looks like a cat dish. Yeah.
Okay.
I've associated it.
Yeah,
with
that's
cat
what
food.
I've always.
So like, and then you get a pâté. I'm like, oh, and then you get it. You're like, fucking pâté me up, motherfucker.
Oh, is it good?
This was. It was really good.
I don't think
it was really good food. I took a picture on my Instagram, and it was just an awesome spread. There's just enough for everyone to just get some of this bone on your plate. Everyone shares.
Cool, yeah.
So my friend goes to the bathroom. 2 chicks walk out, and she's like, and they're like, "Hey, we left something for everyone. Enjoy." And then my friend walks in, and she tells me, she's like, and then they had left a mound of coke in this public bathroom at this restaurant. Okay, so I'm just thinking of like this.
So wait, this is a random restaurant.
This is
your group isn't taking the whole thing. Right?
This is exactly. This is at Lion's Share. This is a bunch of people for this one night. It's like they do this special, like just pay X amount, and then you get this fucking, this multi-course meal.
But they weren't all with you.
They weren't even like with our table. They were with another group of people doing the same thing. And my friend walks in and she tells me, she's like, and I was like, holy shit. And it's like, what'd you fucking do? She's like, I fucking did a couple bumps. Fuck yeah, that was super sweet of them. I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, you don't understand, like, she like, or the way she would tell me, she's like, you don't understand, this is like, everyone here is like, cool. Like, you don't have to wear, like, fentanyl. I'm like thinking
right?
of like I don't have Narcan for my fucking
friends.
It's
not that I'm afraid of that. It's just that there's shit in it nowadays.
And strangers.
Like,
and my friend who passed away a couple years ago, Justin, not any of the ones that from the first core group. He was into like partying. He liked to drink a little too much, and he always did coke. He often did coke. And he told me multiple times, multiple stories of him going to the restroom at places. There was a line, someone would leave. And it's just like, I guess, coke courtesy?
What?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I thought it was expensive.
He told me he did multiple. Of course, he ended up dying,
Well, I mean, that's not surprising if you're doing random lines off of a fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, it's insane to me. I don't know enough about coke culture. I do have a memory of being at Pete's place, and some guy asked me if I go skiing, and I told him no, but I went snowboarding once, and I talked for like 10 minutes about this Big Bear trip, and the guy's just like, he just like keeps on like adjusting his standing, and he's just like, like listening and trying his best to like, He's like, hey, all right, man, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom, and he just went to pee.
I gotta go ski.
I thought,
and you're like, wait, here, what?
Yeah, and then like,
here?
It hit me like 10 years later. I was like, oh, I went to go do coke. Like I went to go do coke, and he was trying to invite me, and I don't do it, so I just speak the language. So when I do that stupid joke about my friend wants street dogs, and he's like, don't support them because that supports the cartels. And it's like, well, what about the coke in your pocket and not on my mustache? Like, is that like locally sourced, But I was like, I say like, the premise is basically like I'm supporting them doing something right and feeding the community as opposed to the drug thing, right? Stupid, right? But goddamn, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but I love it. I love it so much.
Oh man,
so you get where I was going.
Today. This lady at work, she was talking about her old jobs she's had in the past or whatever, and she was saying we were talking about like borders or something like that. I don't remember what country she was in, but she said like she had someone who tried to cross over to like the Saudi Arabia border from like Georgia with a bowl in their bag, and I was like looking at him like, was it like an ancient one or something? And she was like, what? She's like, no, he just bought it. I was like, then why couldn't he bring it? Like, I'm so confused. And she's like, no, like, for weed. And I went, oh, wow, I'm thinking a bowl that you, like, cereal. And she's like, nope, I meant, like, a drug one that you smoke out of. And I went, oh. I feel really stupid right now. Like, I just didn't.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, no, a government person's not going to have a fucking weed bowl on them.
I even thought bowl. And I was like,
right?
Did they line the inside of the bowl with, like, Coke? It's one of those, like, border bowls that they shatter and they fucking know that's like, there's actually drugs. You mix this in with vinegar and it breaks down and you can snort it in a week.
It was so weird. I was like, oh, that is not what I expected. I thought you were saying, like, he stole some, ancient bowl and was trying to smuggle it out and they caught him. She also said she had someone, I think also Saudi Arabia or somewhere in the Middle East, where he got into a car accident and started, like, yelling at the person or something and then went to court and then literally got beat in public for it. And even the what's the building you can go to in other countries to be safe? It starts with the A.
Embassy?
Yeah. Oh, it's an E. An embassy.
I almost said embassy.
You did. But that's what I was thinking was embassy. And then as soon as you said it, I went, that's an embassy. That's an E. Oh, well. We got there.
Yeah.
But she said even the embassy was like, nah, bro, you fucked up. You take your punishment because that's what they do here.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, did you have to witness it? She's like, I didn't have to, but a lot of us went down there to support him. And she's like, it was really hard to watch. Like, they were caning him, basically, like, stockades, and caned him in public, and people were cheering and stuff. And
That's insane.
yeah, especially because he was an American kid.
Yeah.
So
it's better than the Otto Warmbier guy. The guy in Korea. He like defaced or played with a painting of Kim Jong Un.
Oh yeah, in South Korea, yeah.
North Korea.
Or yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Things went south in North Korea real
he's
fast.
still in jail, or he's dead or something.
No,
right?
he's still dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tortured him to death.
Yeah, and then they sent him back
in a vegetative state on the verge of death.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
No, I think he died when he got here, didn't he?
Yeah, they literally
like 2 or 3 days
literally
after.
like I don't know if he served out a sentence or if it was like enough uproar, but they didn't want to give him up, and then they did, and he was a vegetable.
Yeah, and he died. Like they literally gave him enough medical care to keep him alive to get here, and then he died like 2 or 3 days later because even our people were like, we can't fucking do it. Like they destroyed this guy.
Dude, I heard it was like a school trip, and he just did something stupid.
It was
like
really
a high
stupid.
schooler.
Yeah, it was something like he stepped over a line and like took a picture like doing this or something. Like it was real. Like I don't even remember. I don't even think he stole something. I want to say it was a picture, but I can't remember now because now that you did mention that he stole something, and now I'm thinking maybe he did actually. But I
don't know if
it might have been something really small, like
he just did
really
shit like
small
that boils down to you didn't respect.
Yes, exactly. But because you're an American and we hate them, you're dead.
Yeah,
and that's really shitty.
It's.
Yeah,
man. I mean, you go to the streets, you give them respect, man. You don't disrespect people in the streets.
You respect that
You respect people, man. You go to their place. You went to the place.
Oh, yeah, right?
Where the crazy guy in his hat.
That's like when there's people who like go to Saudi Arabia or whatever, or Middle East, and they're like, I'm not wearing a thing. It's like, what? Then don't go here. Like,
yeah.
If that's what they require, don't go
They're
to
the
that
thing
place. Yeah, right?
They're the place for the thing.
Yeah. That's like when you come to America, you should expect to be shot.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear sandals in public.
Why?
In case I gotta run.
Oh, that's a good one. I should start wearing my Crocs in sport mode.
Just something that's fit, good to get a little sprint in.
Yeah.
You never know when you gotta fucking go for a jog.
Man, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, too. Like, the last couple of days. Like, shootouts and what I need to do and stuff. I think it's because I listened to this podcast and it was about school shooters. And like the things that kids have to think about and deal with nowadays that we didn't even have to.
The type of like drills instead of a fire
well, like
drill.
even just like, well, what would I do if someone came in and shot up the place? And like they interviewed these kids, and like one of them, he was like, "Oh, I already, I've known for a long time now. I would either hide or I would just be dead if I couldn't hide.
I've known for long kids already."
And it's like, oh, that's fucking sad. Like you're a sophomore. Thinking, well, if a school shooter happens, I'm just dead. What?
I was talking to her yesterday, and she's saying like the high school she works at is
who the chick.
It's got glass walls for every single room.
I hope they're bulletproof.
They're not. Ugh. The connecting hallway is basically visible. Anyone walking by is visible. There's been multiple threats.
Oh my god!
And she says she's told her kids like, "Hey, I'm not one of those teachers. I'm going to take care of myself first. And if shooting happens..." She told me this yesterday. I love it.
What grades did she...
And she's like...
So they're old enough to get...
She's like, if a shooting happens, good luck trying to get behind me. I will fight you. It's just something like that. I was like, that's fucking so funny.
I mean, in 8th grade, you probably got boys who are bigger than you anyways. So.
And she says that there's a lot of... year round, there's a lot of threats. And every time there's a threat, she just doesn't go that day.
Yeah.
She's just like, you guys don't do anything. There's kids that have threatened, and they just do like, oh, you know what? He just needs a second chance. He's like, no, you get 0 chances. You get 0 chances.
Threatening to kill people is so...
Yeah, she's like, get him the hell out of school. It's like, you're right. He needs some second chance with therapy or whatever. Get him the hell out.
He needs to go to a special school where they can beat the shit out of that out of him.
She was telling me... she tells parents to sue the school because apparently they lost a math teacher last year and they didn't replace him, but they still tested the kids on math curriculum, So everyone just tested shit on math, and they're coming back from COVID. And,
You'll have to tell me what school this is offline so I can make sure not to move to that area. Oh my god.
It's one of the better ones.
Oh, great.
So imagine how, like, the public schools
are going. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, so I like how straight she was, which is also why I was super nervous about making food. It's like, it's nothing. It was easy. I cook it all the time for myself, some carne asada, and made some rice and beans. But I was like, I just want it to be good enough to not kill us. And I'm going to eat a quarter of my usual portion.
So you don't look like a fatty?
Because I'm a gassy guy.
Oh, sure.
And I didn't have to go once, thankfully. I didn't have a single toot. I didn't have a single... I had to just prepare my body and eat
but the whole time you were hungry.
Dude, I was eating like a fucking movie where like I take a bite out of like the taco that was like a quarter of my usual bite. And then I'd be like looking at the TV, I'd be like, oh, yeah. And then I would just take a bite out of the air of the taco that I just, just a little nibble, maybe more, but I was just like...
I can't eat you in one bite like normal.
So you'll fucking kill me. Dude, like, she got some beans, and I got a big old glop of beans, and I just, like, let it pour back down. And I just put a little tiny, little thimble. It was like a total of 7 beans. I was just like, no.
Oh, man.
No toots today.
That's pretty good. Is it that fast for you?
I
guess how long was the date?
I just noticed that post-surgery...
Really?
I don't know if it's the shorter length of colon.
They didn't take that much
Oh,
out.
they didn't. I remember he was like this. He was like, just like...
Yeah.
I told you I was insulted. I was like, you can say it's a little bigger. I was like, Doc, how much did you end up cutting out? And he was like, with one hand, he's like, it's about like this much. I was like, come on. It's a little
average, it's about average. And you're like, no, come on, Doc. It's bigger. It's bigger.
Come on. Like, was it thick though?
It was but girthy, thick. Right? It was girthy, right? Yeah. Okay, good.
Guys take pride in anything.
I've always had the biggest shits. I knew that.
Dude, I thankfully am not in one of those chain circles with some of the guys at the comedy show mentioned, like a buddy of theirs texts them shits.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a buddy of mine. I've left almost every group chat
How
immediately.
Do you leave a group chat?
Well, on Signal you can just hit the 3 dots and leave.
Oh, sure.
So there might be an option, but like my family did one. It's like, hey, just want to see who's coming for Thanksgiving. They do this like every year, and it's on this day. It's like, I'll see you there. Leave the group.
Coming, bye.
Yeah, leave. Just wicked.
See, I'm not on any. I tried to start one with 3 of my friends from back home, and one of them was very against it. And then we just started a Discord channel, and that was fine. And then now, for like the last 2 months, it's basically been dead.
They're not on there. You need to bring more people in.
Well, it's supposed to be just for us. Just for, because we all grew up together and whatever, and just to catch up and, kids and whatnot now. But, yeah, I was trying to catch up because one of our friends who lives in Utah, he just had a babe. And I was like, oh, this will be a good way, you don't have to be active in it, just check it once a week.
But if he's got Facebook and all that.
I don't even think he has Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not that kind of guy.
I don't know, I get it. I kind of feel like it's homework sometimes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I got some messages for a couple of Discords I'm on, and I'm like, this feels like work.
Yeah, I mute 90% of everything on Discord, because I don't use it that way.
Yeah.
Like, my friend, my ex, I should say, one of my exes, she's, I guess, trying to start a little Twitch thing, which I think is cool. Like, she's doing pretty successful. I think she actually has, like, she can have people subscribe to her and shit now, which is cool. But she, like, invited me to her thing, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join your thing to help your numbers, but mute, no notifications and mute.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't like talking to people online, just like I don't like talking to them in real life.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me. That's cool of you.
Well, I just mean people are scary, like have you ever had, like, shitty things happen to you in games?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so, for instance, there was an MMO back in the day called Ultima Online.
Yeah.
And it was, like, super realistic. Like, literally, if you wanted to get your skill up, you had to use a skill. Like, literally, you started fighting, bunnies and deer and stuff in the game. You know, like, because you couldn't kill a wolf even.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's a wolf. You can't fucking kill a wolf with...
And you're useless.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. You know, you have no skill. So, stuff like that. And so it takes a long time to get anything. Like, I spent months, and I saved up and bought, like, a boat. And, like, put all my shit on my boat. I was like, this is so fun. I have a boat. I can go anywhere. And I have all my stuff in my little hold. And this is cool. And I even have a key to lock it. And I was part of a guild from some friends. And they were, like, cousins or something that also played. And, like, I guess their guild leader was, like, some chick. Some, like, 40-year-old woman or something. And she was, like, a lawyer. And one day she just decided to kill me in the game. And she stole my key. And then went and stole my boat and all my stuff. And, like, literally just laughed at me in the game about it. And, like, I was just a kid in middle school. And I just remember sitting there crying. Like,
and you never got it back.
Nope, never got
it back.
I think
you told me that.
Yeah, like, they even tried, like, hey, that's really not cool. Like, we know him. He's a friend of ours, and you're fucking with him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, I don't give a shit, you know? Like, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, like...
And you didn't form your revenge character?
No.
You couldn't get her back?
No, she was way powerful. Like, she had her own house and everything. Like,
yeah.
It was, you know...
I didn't know Ultima was like that, where you could just take people's shit if you killed them.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, so they actually, when it first came out,
yeah,
it was everything PvP. Unless you were even in towns, you could kill people.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you could kill them in one hit and get away instantly, there was no way. Because all you have to do is type in guards in a town, and instantly NPC guards that can basically one-shot everything appear and kill whatever's doing bad.
Hostile.
Yeah. So you can try it.
Yeah.
You know, you can try and steal people. Like, I've done it before. I definitely stole from people a lot in that game. Once you figure it out and, like, you can get macros to, like, okay, push this button and we'll steal the item you targeted, and then 0.3 seconds later we'll cast teleport, which is too fast for... So even if they call the guards, that's faster than the guards will come.
That's
and
faster
you can,
than the response time.
Yeah, like, it was wild, like, the stuff people were putting into it. Yeah. So I could literally go up to someone, look through their bag, because you could actually look through people's bags. Like, legit, oh, they have all these items, and, like, in PvP, what people would do often is they would go into the bag while fighting someone, leave their bag open while you're trying to run, you know, avoid their attacks, and as you run past them, steal specific regents, Reagans, so they can't cast spells anymore.
So they loot you live.
Live. While you're trying to fight, like, say you have a heal spell. Okay, well, everything uses sulfur, so I'll just steal his sulfur stack. Bam. Now he can't cast basically anything. It, like, really, really cool shit like that.
So
it was
funny.
such a badass game. I love that.
That is so sick. I love shit like that.
Yeah, dude, it was, like, you could make any character you want. Literally, like, my main character was a Nox healing mage, which meant that I was a mage with lots of poison skill, meaning all my poison spells were, like, supercharged, and I could basically kill anything with my highest level poison spell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, and then
and Nox is like the poison...
that was the poison spell, yeah. So
element.
It was an awesome game, dude. Like, you could literally have just a jack of all trades who did mining, you know, blacksmithing, everything, and, like, people would name their character, like, Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. So then it would say this armor or this clothing piece was made by Tommy Hilfiger, you know, stuff like that.
I love old school games like that because it just shows how much people just want a cool simulation.
Oh, yeah.
Graphics don't really matter.
Yeah.
Like Dwarf Fortress just barely got a graphics.
Dude, it's about to come out.
On
Steam. The 6th. Yeah, I'm so stoked for it.
Did you play it back in the day?
I've tried multiple times, but the ASCII art, it's not that I couldn't get into it. I literally couldn't even tell what was happening. Yeah. I was like, my brain is not parsing any, like, I see a thing moving, but I can't even follow it because of the way the ASCII art is.
Yeah.
So
why was it created like that? Because it was like...
Just because they didn't have an artist.
And this was like in the 80s when they started? Or early 90s?
It might have been late 80s, but most likely 90s.
For those listening or that don't know, Dwarf Fortress is basically like one of the first like simulation.
It's a super... Dude, it is such a simulation that...
It's like an existing world. Right?
Yeah. So you have dwarfs, and the whole point is to mine.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole point. So you don't even control the dwarves. You give them jobs, and then you can say, okay, if you're this type of job, here's the things you should be able to do. Mm-hmm. And then literally it simulates all
automated.
That. But it's such a simulation that at one point they added
Is it the cat thing?
The cat thing, yeah. They had it. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like an alcohol level, a BAC, I believe.
Oh yes,
to all animals.
So they added a blood alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
They added drunkenness.
Yeah.
And then they added puking.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so
and like spilling your beer.
So the dwarves would puke.
And spill. It wasn't just puke; it was spilling their beers.
But
too.
both had alcohol in them.
Correct. Yeah, which
in
had alcohol
in the code.
Yep.
So then the cats would come over
and lick up the spilt puke or stuff on the table,
and then die from
the cats would get drunk. So then at first people were like, "Why are the cats all being super weird?" And then a few days later, the cats just start dying, and they're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Turns out, like you said, the little bits of alcohol code were going into the little kitty system.
And they were reacting like they would to a cat, too. Also, not like literally, but it was like, hey, it would damage whatever health points, but a cat, it doesn't have the...
It's so cool. Like, that's what I'm so excited to finally be able to try it. And, like, did you see the trailer they put out? It looks so cool.
No, we'll queue it up for after this.
It's got some nice looking graphics.
Yeah,
they said, it's going to be streamlined to make some ease of use because they're like really hoping that because Dwarf Fortress is free. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's been 20 years plus, totally free.
Just donation, like WinRAR.
Literally, yeah, exactly like WinRAR. Yeah, and so now they're like, hey, I think it's $10 or $15.
Yeah, you do it full price.
And they're gonna have workshop support.
Are you gonna actually buy it?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Out of all the games you pirate.
I know, right? Well, see, I've been thinking about that lately with my new money coming in. I think I'm gonna start buying some of these games that I've pirated and enjoyed.
Yeah, dude.
Like Binding of Isaac for sure. I've put like 50 hours in that so far.
Yes, that's a good thing.
There's a handful.
You know where you can do it too. I don't know if it's the same thing you're trying to do because if you buy them through the storefront, they're for sure getting their money or GOG or their page. Yeah. But keys, I just discovered cdkeys.com, and is there any deal?
None of them. They don't get any money from them.
Because they're already bought. They already bought. They do get the money because they already got purchased from the wholesale
So here's
level.
the interesting thing. Steam, I don't know if this went through, but I know a couple years ago there was a big scandal. Mm-hmm. As a developer, you can request any number of keys you want because it's your fucking game. You can say, I need 10,000 keys, and a couple days, couple hours, whatever. I don't know how the automated system works. You get a 10,000 key email, basically.
From Steam.
So what they were doing is putting their game on Steam, then requesting these keys and selling them to these third-party sites.
Oh.
Yeah. So then people were like, wait a second. Like, I guess that's nice because now we know they're not stolen, but aren't you double dipping now?
Well, they're making up for their 30% loss.
That's kind of what they were saying, but I think Steam was
Steam wouldn't like that.
You can no longer request willy-nilly.
It's probably the requested keys can't be resold.
Yeah, maybe
the
that's what it was.
The requested keys, I think, is in an effort to promote journalistic and
100%.
teams and
not even just that, but just like, hey, maybe you have some people on Twitter and one person's like, that's really what I'm saying. Poor, but I love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here's 4 keys. Get them while they're hot.
Yeah. See, I think Steam, it's one of those things that like kind of like how Game Pass lets you do the $1 upgrade. Mm-hmm. Still, they know it's there. Yeah. It may seem like a loss, but it gets you in their ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of think that they should not have done that. Maybe just reinforce the limit to a degree.
I mean, yeah, that makes total sense because I don't know though because you could also
because that's $10,000. That's 10,000 keys that they didn't sell.
Well, okay,
at that point, you know what I mean.
So here's where
and people are using their resources, which sucks.
They probably had numbers and went XYZ. We're losing money. Okay, we'll stop it now. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm sure that's what it was. Because if they're not going to lose a bunch of money,
supposedly their 30% is pretty fair considering the costs of running Steam.
That and considering all the bells and whistles you get with Steam, like you get the full control.
They just updated a bunch of controller.
Yeah, dude, right? Like
drivers.
I don't know. I think they should lower it maybe a little bit. Like I think 25 would be really great for them because then people would be like, oh, well, it's not the 30 that consoles have, and we can do a little bit here. But they also did. I think it's if you make over $1 million, or I want to say it's under, but I'm pretty sure it's over. Everything over $1 million is only 15% instead of the 30 or something, or maybe
Steam
12.
Did that?
Yeah, in response to Epic.
Because
Epic did it a while ago.
If you make $1 million, you have to start paying. Right?
Yeah, they did it free under $1 million, and then anyone over, they gave them some kind of deal. And Steam for like a year people were like, well, what's Steam going to do now? And they didn't say nothing. And then all of a sudden they were like, all right, we're changing our thing where I think it's if not a dollar amount, but if you sell 1 million units.
1 million units.
1 million units,
then your rate,
then you
from that point on, your rate.
Correct.
Gets
Yeah,
adjusted.
then it gets adjusted for the million plus.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it was.
I wonder how much you'd owe Epic if you cross that million threshold. Like, has it always been a case where, where it's like, dude, please don't buy any more copies, please don't buy any more copies, please don't buy any more copies.
$9.99 and take it off the store. Okay.
Like, all right, please buy 500,000 more copies. Please buy 500,000 more copies. Shit. Oh,
no, fuck. We're at 1,000,002 and people hate our fucking game.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. At that point, I would just hope for refunds, but I don't think Epic does refunds. So.
Oh man, that's another thing. You got to make a game that's longer than 2 hours. That's another thing. I saw this dev on Steam. I feel so bad for the dude.
Oh, he has a less than 2 hour game?
Yeah, and it was on Twitch or Twitter. And he was getting games refunded. People giving it good reviews.
Oh.
And saying it's a good game, but short, not worth the money. Like shit like that. And it's like good reviews still, but negative in a sense. And then like, this product was refunded. This product was refunded.
That's awful.
And then it happens with Kindle books. Apparently people buy books and either rip them or...
Oh yeah, you just put your Kindle in offline mode and you return it. And it goes, okay, you've returned it. And then it doesn't even notice because it's an offline mode, so it can't check. Yeah, people do it all the time.
That's vile.
You can also do it with Libby.
Which one's Libby?
That one's actually the library app, so they're all free.
Okay. You
do the exact same thing. You check out the book, download it, go into offline mode, and you can keep it past your 2 week.
Oh,
yeah. So that one's not as bad. Oh yeah, dude. Totally use Libby. Yeah, dude.
I hate reading on the phone, but I got the iPad case you gave me.
Yeah, you can do it on iPad. You can do it on a computer.
Oh,
you can do it on everything. You can even go straight to a Kindle. You log into your Libby app on your Kindle, and you can go on the app on the computer and say, "Okay, put this on my Kindle," and it just.
Well, I mean, I have the iPad, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's on everything now,
which
is really cool. The boys use it on their iPad for school. They
really
awesome. Like it, and it's nice because you just do your library card, and you have your 14 holds, and you can have up to 7 checkouts at once. And you can even sort it by like, hey, what's available right now? Because I want to read something now.
I want to read Masters of Doom. I'll do that.
Oh, I heard that was really good.
Yeah,
that's a classic.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, fuck. I need to get some more reading on. And my pets have been swarming me since it's so cold. So I've just been laying down with like 3 pets on me, which is the most comfortable thing to do when you have a book. So I might get that app. Fuck yeah. Thanks for telling me about that. I still got these. Yeah. Fucking books.
Forever War is really good.
I know. I'm not done with it.
I started Old Man's War.
So that's the one that my friend Brian Simpson recommended years ago. And just for fun, I decided not to buy it myself, just to see if I can find it in thrift stores. And I found not only that and the sequel, but at this thrift bookstore, they had like 30 copies of it. I was like, what the fuck? I've been just like looking at offhand and everything. So I was like, I don't even know what the cover looked like. I'd Google it every once in a while just to kind of tune my brain looking for it. And I see it, and it's like new basically. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? What is this? What are you doing to me, world?
God. He's like, hey man, I heard you've been looking for this.
Oh my god! I just figured out the stupid line for that not the dumb joke, but the joke about my friend. I keep on saying, because the friend's mom said something about God needing angels for his army or something like that. But I forgot about the God's plan people. They always say God has a plan. God has a plan. God has like a military plan. So I was like going to work off that. Because I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that so many times.
He's got a strategic plan.
Oh my God, I lost my daughter in a car accident and a dog ran into the street and my husband got killed by a semi-truck. Don't worry, God has a plan. What? You vile old lady? Why do you tell me this?
For you to suffer.
God has a plan. It's just part of God's. What? Oh, did I talk about the wedding last time? No, because I was going to it.
Oh, you went to a second one. That's right. No, you said the first one was really good, and then the second one was the one you were surprise invited to, correct?
And it was at the winery.
I believe so. With your 2 friends.
And did I talk about going?
No, you hadn't gone to that one. Yeah, that one was that weekend. Yeah. So yeah.
Shit was a lot of fun. It was really awesome seeing my friends. In such a happy state. Yeah, it was this winery. Awesome. Everyone ate and drank like that it was gonna be till like 2. and it was till 9. So we were like hammered. And they're like,
wow.
all right, everybody, it's winding down.
Wow,
it's winding down. And we're like,
longer.
What? Everyone's like, what the fuck? And they do this thing, because it's all like, this small little winery in Escondido, forgotten barrel, hidden barrel, something like that. And, you're in this like barn-sized kind of like dining room, and it's got this cool little like bar in the corner that's made out of a giant barrel, and that's where the open bar was. And the DJ's in the middle, and all the tables are arranged around that, and there's a dance floor, right? And everyone's just having a blast. We're eating. There's plenty of food, plenty of drinks. And then he's like, all right, everybody, it's time to get going. Let's go. Let's line up and wish the groom and bride a happy honeymoon. Let's get your bubbles and form a line out the door. And he got us all to just like line up out the door and create like a tunnel for the groom. He's like, all right, blow bubble. And he's tricked us, basically danced us out of the room.
Oh, that's
And then like, all right, bye. And you just see them like close the door.
Fucking Pied Piper.
It's like, oh, yeah, we got Pied Piper.
You're like, wait, this is so fun.
All right.
How do we get it?
Y'all got your stuff. All right, cool. And we left pretty soon after. We met up at a taco shop with some of the friends, and
that's a professional, right
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
Holy
I don't even know the
shit.
song. Like I'm just imagining some samba like da da
Yeah.
da 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 da. All right,
Grandma, come on, get your shit. Let's go, Grandma. Come on. You have to the line. Let's go.
Yeah, and it was all excited.
That's good.
The doors
dude.
get louder as they close in my memory, but honestly, they gave him plenty of time to clear out. But some of the guys over at the taco,
instead of 2, you let you go to 9. That's pretty generous. Yeah.
So I mean, that's. I wasn't sure because like the other wedding, I think it went on way later. But Damien and I left early because we were like pretty good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I only presumed because I don't go to many weddings, so I have no idea.
I mean, I feel like even if they're in the morning, like because the one I went to the most recent, which was years ago, was for my friend, and it was like a 11 or 12 ceremony, and then we probably went all night.
Yeah,
to like 12 or so.
This was all a presumption on my end. I just assumed open bar meant it was gonna be like open bar, so you guys have enough time to take advantage.
Yeah,
and and I'm fine with it either way because we got to meet up, like I said, at the taco shop. But some of the guys that showed up late to the taco shop said they got yelled at the venue for sticking around because they were like, you're buzzed, and you want to make sure you're good to drive, but apparently there's like a city ordinance and no drinking and no one should be there like at 9 or something like that. And it's like they close it and kick everyone out like hard. And I was like, damn, Escondido, I thought you knew how to party, but I guess. No, excuse me. I guess not. But it was so much fun. It was awesome seeing Abigail and Christian get hitched
and then go get laid.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're gonna be the type of cool. I want to call them single couples because they don't have kids. You know what I mean? Like I think that's their goal. They're going to Napa.
Ooh.
Like for their honeymoon. So it's like they're just keeping up with the wine theme.
I hope I can take a honeymoon if I get married again.
And he works for a coffee shop, so his whole life is about like flavor profiles. He's all about flavor profile things.
How does he afford a honeymoon in a coffee shop? Does he own it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he'll write in. He listens. Well, I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know what Abigail does.
Oh, she might be the moneymaker then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's like they get paid pretty good at these coffee shops. I presume. I mean, he seems pretty happy with it.
I want to go on a honeymoon.
I don't know what type of job he's at. So his name's Christian Juan. And the name of the coffee shop, if he still works there, it was Jaunt Juan T. Spelled.
Oh wow.
Jaunt.
Yeah.
But I would just see the Instagram post Jaunt. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, he started his own coffee company. And I would just call it Juant in my head. And then, like, it was like last year or something like that, we met up. And that was when we had a breakfast or something like that. And they were just telling me, like, it was a get-together, but I think they just, in person to person say, like, hey, we're having this marriage, and I just want you to know it's going to be a small thing. So, we're not inviting all our friends, but we just want to let this is before now, obviously. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. Like, you work for Juant or something like that? And he's like, what? And he's like, Jaunt? You mean? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
I just had some in my nose.
It's not a coffee shop named after Christian Juan that also serves tea. That also serves tea. He's like, oh, I want to try to get him on to do an episode one of these days. I think he'd be a cool dude. I think it'd be nice to have like guests that aren't celebrities, just normal people that do shit.
We have celebrities on here?
No, but this is my friend that I love to death that lets the phone ring for minutes at a time.
Oh,
if I don't answer.
Oh,
like I could be taking a shit. I could be talking to someone. I could be busy. One time I was on stage and the phone just kept on ringing and I was trying to record. And he does it every time.
And you could hear it on the...
And it's like, dude, I don't know what the hell you're thinking is happening, but like, I have a reason to not answer.
Yeah.
Dude, he actually hung up. Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, like 3 minutes of just like... Because I don't have a voicemail, either because I've not deleted them in 6 years, or maybe it's through the Signal app, it doesn't go to voicemail, it just keeps on. Mm-hmm. But it's like, holy shit. Yeah, but I got to shoot him a text. I was going to hit him up yesterday, but I had the surprise.
Your funny story of your friend reminded me of something that happened yesterday. Our old company wanted us to come in yesterday to try and, sell us on the company.
Yeah.
And the dude was a really good salesman. Like, if I didn't not like them, I would be like, I'm totally on board.
Well, shit.
He really sold it. Like, I was like, this place actually sounds amazing. If I didn't know any better, I would listen to you. But the funny thing is, we got a black dude named Raphael. Call him Raph.
Oh, no.
Right?
Is there Donatello?
No. But the whole time he called him Patrick.
And the salesman?
And I was so confused. Like, is that his real name? So I even wrote someone next to me like, is Patrick Raff's real name? And he was like, I was like, oh, yeah. So then after we finally leave, and I go, oh, is your name Patrick? He's like, nah, man. I was like, wait, what? He's like, I think he just misheard me. I was like, so you just let him call you Patrick the whole time? He's like, I'm never going to see this guy again.
He's like, I'm not coming back.
I was like, that's true, but you're real nice, Raph. He goes, yeah, I try.
Dude.
I was like, man.
Oh,
because he kept doing it. Like, it wasn't just, Patrick did.
The salesman, it sends dopamine to your head. It was
the technique.
Justin, do you know, like, when people say your name, Justin Fitzgerald?
To everyone,
Justin Fitzgerald, when people say your name, Justin Fitzgerald.
I hate it.
It's so tacky. It's obvious. It's obvious now.
It's super creepy.
It's also the firm handshake. Yeah. The heavy eye contact. Yeah. It's so good to meet you. It's so great to meet you.
He was used
I used to outright tell people, like, what's so good?
Why is it good?
What's so good about me?
Yeah, what's good about me? Tell me.
What did I bring to the table, motherfucker?
Tell me what you think is good about me, so we can connect.
You think it's good to see this?
We can dock with each other.
You think it's good to see me?
Have you seen that picture? Docking?
No? You were looking up.
Oh, I was just thinking.
I've heard of. I know the concept.
Well, of penises.
Yeah, it's when two dick tips.
Yeah, and then the foreskin of one goes over the other and swallows it or something, which is kind of weird. I don't know.
You gotta have a lot of extra
as a person who didn't see that until probably this year or late last year, I was like, that's something I've never considered or thought about. That's interesting that someone somewhere has thought about that.
It took me 15 years to figure out gay sex wasn't just rubbing dicks against each other. Because I was 20 something, and maybe high school. Yeah. But I feel like I was a little older, and I was because I remember in elementary school just being like, what the fuck, I don't get it.
Dude, I bet that would feel good though. If you just did the tips, the
underside,
bottom
part of
the frenulum or whatever. If you just did this
the
back
clit
and forth,
part of the tips.
Yeah, if you just did this really close to each other, back and forth, really quick with some lube. Just brushed them against each other,
the act out.
Dude, I bet
the act out. The act out.
I bet that would feel so good. I'm gonna have my girl do it.
I'm pretty sure there's an episode of Rescue Me where the two firefighters try that. Did you ever watch that show? Rescue Me? I think it was Rescue the Fire. No, I just remember my mom's husband, at the time boyfriend, firefighters in the whole family, and he's like, I don't watch that crap. That show's not representative of firefighters. And apparently that was the season they decided to start watching, where two firefighters just started hooking up, but it wasn't gay.
Oh, it wasn't gay.
It was roommate stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. we like chicks, but we're lonely, so we'll suck each other's dicks.
The feels good.
Yeah,
and it's like
that's funny.
Or you're gay.
Yeah, or you're just bi. You know, that's okay, guys. It's okay.
But it was so funny because I remember reading like my mom's boyfriend's eyes, and he's like, "Yeah, it's not like that. This show's dumb." And
I've only been kissed by Tony once,
and I was just like thinking like. All I know is that that's a fictionalized show of one fire department.
Yeah, right.
Like
a dramatization written for entertainment. Yeah.
If you can't watch like entertainment and separate,
that would be like me watching the IT crowd and going, "None of this is real. Yeah, this is not a good show."
Never set a building on fire and sent an email for the fire department to show up. This is absurd. This is absurd.
Although
we don't have a goth working.
I've definitely had bosses work in IT that did not know shit about IT, so maybe that part was pretty realistic.
Oh, because the bosses don't need to. They just need to see the performance.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so dumb.
But yeah, there usually is a goth guy in the closet.
Shit. I learned this week that there usually is a goth guy in the closet. Are we done?
You should come out of the closet, goth guys. Yeah, I learned that it's okay to talk about yourself.
Yeah, sell yourself.
Yeah,
you sold yourself up to $18,000.
I mean, technically it was $3 because I was already at 90 when I had the conversation. So
it's still fun.
But yeah, right, a $3,000 conversation. Yeah. That's pretty good. I don't think I've ever had that before. It was scary as shit, and by the end, I was definitely like getting anxious. And my office mate was like, "How'd I do?" He's like, "You could tell by the end you were getting pretty nervous." I was like, "Yeah, I was so fucking scared the whole time." Like,
because they could just easily be like, "We don't need you,"
right? But they're not going. Like, they already offer me, and that's what everyone's. They're like, they're not going to take back the offer. Yeah. Worst case is they say that's the best we can do, and then you can take it or leave it. And I'm like, that's true. I guess it doesn't hurt. All right, I'm gonna do this for a house then. I'm gonna call them and sell myself. I hated it though.
And it's an extra $3,000 a year.
$3,000 a year. Oh man, if it was $3,000 a month, dude, are you serious?
So like, what could you do for $3,000 a year? That you know what I mean? Like,
pay for my Game Pass. Probably the equivalent.
No, that's what I was saying. If I give you this tip, will you buy me a year of Game Pass? Dude, get the like, they're like $60 new. Get them when they go on sale for like $40 or $50, and then just stack 3. So like right now, turn off your shit off auto renew. Buy in the meantime, up to 3 years worth of the 12-month Game Pass cards, and then the moment the auto renew goes over, you can plug those 3 years in, and then do the $1 upgrade to get Game Pass for those 3 years. Because it turns the Xbox Gold.
But I thought they stopped selling the gold cards.
They did.
But they still have
them? Did. The mass people out in the world still have a bunch, yeah.
Interesting.
And then you also have you have Microsoft Edge and...
Yeah, I've heard of that.
So...
But that takes years to get even a free month, from what I've heard.
No. Because
really?
It's like $1.50. It's like 150 points a day if you just do searches. Oh, so you literally do a search, hit images, and then right click every like Super Mario in a hat, Super Mario 3. Every suggestion, you just right click all of those, then click the tab, right click all those. In like 20 seconds, you reach the numbers. If you search on the Edge app, the browser app, it gives you a few more points. And if you happen to use your phone,
well, I only
Bing
use it through
the console
to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay,
the Bing searches through Edge.
Yeah.
So you make like, it's like $1.50 because each 1,000 is $10. Because I have a 20,000 card or $1. Because I have 20,000 on an account, and that's like a $20 card. Yeah. And I just started like this month just being like, let's see how much I could do. Just go on Bing and just hit like search and...
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super a big deal to do. Yeah. But I was just kind of curious, and I made $5 just passively in like a couple of weeks or something like that. Because sometimes they do stupid surveys and shit like that. It's not really super worth it.
No, yeah. You know if you do it naturally, that's why I was saying. Yeah. I've heard it takes months because I think most people do it. They're just like, I don't want to game it. Yeah. But I will get the points, and so they're like, oh, cool, I got a year or a month for free this year.
Yeah. Like, next time you Google something, go on Bing and just hit every search recommendation. Bing's so bad.
It's so bad. It's awful. Like, you can literally type in the most non-porny thing, and within 3 scrolls, you have porn on the images.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's really
that's their market.
Legitimately, like people say, if you are looking for porn stuff fuck Google, go to
Use
Bing,
Bing.
because it straight up will be like, oh, you wanted a baguette? Well, here's a picture of a dude fucking a chick.
Here's a
and you're
faggot.
like, what? Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, man, that's for the pornos.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, maybe that's why it's so hard to get people to adopt it. Like, I don't want my son fucking. Yeah, because it was trying to like bridge accounts because the Xbox gives you some points for using games and stuff like that. And I was curious. I was like, dude, if I can do $60 a year passively,
right?
If Xbox was my only console,
yeah,
then I probably would have had those points by now.
That would be amazing if it was your only. If that was how you gamed,
because that's how you pay your gold.
Bam!
You know what I mean?
That would be unbelievable. Like, oh yeah, I played games for free all year. Like, what? I just Google shit or I Bing shit.
Some people do because I saw some guy, he made multiple accounts. So multiple.
I bet they do ISP now though or something. But it's your Microsoft account, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because it's you have it on your Xbox, you can have it on your phone, you can probably log into multiple accounts and just do the searches.
Wild.
Yeah, so you're limited to like $1 or whatever possible a day or 10 cents a day. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But then just do that over and over. I forgot what it is. Anyway, we're talking about stupid shit.
That's crazy.
Stupid shit. I want to play some Dark Tide.
Is it out?
The preview is out now.
Oh, really? Oh, it's not just a game.
I was just gifted it.
It's not a pre-load. It's an actual like demo kind of
Yeah, what's it called? The beta or whatever?
Yeah.
Like
okay.
Pre-launch beta.
Is it going to be on Game Pass?
It will be on Game Pass.
No, I mean I know the full game, but I mean the beta.
No, I don't think so. And the Steam version isn't compatible with the Game Pass version.
In what way? Like no crossplay?
No crossplay. That's more and more common. I'm noticing more and more Xbox Game Pass games are not allowing functionality. Usually it's because of the developers cost a little more resources to get the different backends to kind of play together.
And I mean, I guess if you have all the consoles with the PC, you already have a good pool. So what do you need Steam users for?
The thing is like I feel like there exists a market for a company to come together and just do the netcode between these two.
That would be cool.
Or for both of them to come up, because I think
don't think that would work. Because
well, they're intentionally obtuse because they want to separate.
Exactly, because like, as soon as you figured it out, then companies' engineers would go, well, how do we break it? Yeah. Because we don't want this.
We don't want people buying the Steam version, because more people, I mean, as it stands, on the PC side, I think more people would buy the Steam version first.
Yeah.
Then, although it is nice that like the Xbox Windows versions of some games gives you both copies.
Yes. Yeah.
That is pretty nice.
That is cool.
It sucks that I bought a few games on my console and they haven't given me the PC version because I didn't buy it on the Windows Store.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to buy it through them.
It's like, motherfucker, quit doing this shit where I have to work extra. But
you gave us that 30% that we were losing.
Yeah,
Here's a game for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Here's a game for you.
I learned that capitalism is the devil.
It sure is.
Well, time to get back to work on eBay.
Time to make some more money.
Time to answer some emails.
So glad I'm getting a bunch of money now.
I shipped a fucking leather jacket today. It was like I wrote, please read description. It's got stains, marks, but if you like dye it right, it might look cool darkened on the right dude. Yeah. Or it might be fine for a guy that just likes it as is.
Yeah.
But I was like, how am I gonna fucking ship it? I didn't have like the right box that was inexpensive. I fucking sat on that thing, scrunched it up, wrapped it in a plastic like Vons bag, the thick Vons bag, like sucked the air out of that so it was like vacuum tight off my ass. Put my knee on that fucking jacket, stuffed it in a padded envelope, and I shipped it looking at the person like as I dropped it into like the box, just like, they're gonna be cool with this, right? Because it was folded neat. I inverted the jacket so the lining's on the outside, so the leather's protected for this old ass $20 jacket, But it just looked like this like little fucking like roast. Like I shipped like a little roast, and I'm just like thinking in the back of my head like, is that gonna be my first negative review?
Yeah, they're gonna try and scan it, and it's gonna be so dense. They're like, we need to open this package up, and they're like, it's just a fucking jacket. What?
No, that's what's sweet about flat rate. It's like I think any weight. It's like I've wanted to fucking test that.
Yeah.
It's like how
just put some lead in there.
Lead, just get some fucking
I learned the other day that's how you should ship drugs is USPS, because they're a federal company. They are legally not allowed to open anyone's packages, but FedEx and UPS can just open any package they feel like, and they just have to put a little note.
I had a buddy who worked for some of the like stock companies that like when there's like a huge stock crash in like the mid 2000s. He worked for one of those companies in La Jolla, and in talking to one of the owners or distributor guys of FedEx or UPS, he found out that the overnight shipping had no security measures. This was like right after the night. He was like basically in finding out questions about this and that and like trying to find out logistics for something else that we needed. We found out that they do no security overnight. That next day shipping was immediately, and he was like, so my unscrupulous side of my family immediately started mass shipping shit through.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think they stopped that.
Oh yeah, they did.
The post I read about that on was someone who found a bunch of cocaine stuffed into one of those boxes, and they said that it was suspicious because it was the overnight and it was an early morning delivery, and they said that makes them suspicious for some reason, and they opened it up and there's like just a bunch of cocaine and meth in it.
Yep.
So I was like, wow, and they were like, yep, I highly recommend. Like someone else in the comments was like, that's why if you ever want to send drugs to the mail, use USPS because they legally cannot open any package. And I was like, what?
That's so funny because they legally can open media mail packages, so I don't know if that's just...
What's a media mail?
If you ship a book, anything that doesn't have advertisements, so like a book, comics... Actually, I don't think you can do comics either or magazines. Any book I've shipped, no video games, it's a $3.50 flat rate. Multiple books, stacks of books. It's like to promote literacy type situation.
That seems like a real old thing that they just kept around.
But yeah, it kind of is, but they update it. And the thing is, every package is they tell you right at the beginning is subject to inspection.
So, probably because they just want to make sure people aren't sending not books. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I've only had one thing on eBay where they like caught me for an issue. And it was so weird. I got a message saying that I underweight a thing by an ounce, so they charged me $1.30.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I thought a lot, but I think that was the price breakdown. I think that 1 ounce is what would have bumped that thing up. Anyway,
to the next tier.
Maybe there was like a little bit of a penalty, right?
Sure, yeah.
But then, like 5 to 10 minutes later, another email saying that I overweighed a product, and they gave me like $1.50 discount. I made like 5 cents.
What?
Like I made like
super
I made like a 10-cent profit off like.
Was it the same package?
It was 2 different items that just by coincidence.
Oh, wow.
Because I got a little like the little
scale.
I got the old wheat scale from the business stuff, and then I got this one that I found
that's a nice
at a thrift store. And you just got to calibrate it a little, but I mean, I really just as long as it's under a fucking pound.
Yeah.
And I know everyone wants to leave. I'm still talking.
No, we both were. I started it up again. I'm sorry, everyone.
This episode could end now. We could let it die. Thanks for listening, everybody.
hahakillme@gmail.com. Oh, hahakillmepodcast@gmail.com.
And we're on YouTube now. As of, let's see, it's December-ish. As of December-ish.
It's not Thanksgiving.
Fuck, what do I turn on first? Okay, good.
Now we did the audio first.
Yeah, we got